Hi, welcome to this 30-minute Hatha class. You won't need any props for this. It's mostly going to be some opening in the front legs, inner thighs, a little bit of shoulder work, and some standing postures for strength building. So get started on your back with your knees up in the air. Good. And really settle in here. Shift around. Plant your feet firmly into the ground. And relax. Lengthen your breath. Together, take a deep inhalation. Open your mouth, sigh. Twice more like that. Inhale deeply through your nose. Open your mouth, sigh. Good. One more. Inhale deeply. Exhale, sigh. Continue to breathe now in and out through the nose with this long, controlled breath. Bring your hands down by your side, thumbs up towards the sky or the ceiling. And we'll move arms only. On the inhalation, bring the arms up overhead until the thumbs touch down back behind you at the top of the mat. They may not touch the mat or the ground, that's all right. On the exhalation, bring the arms back down next to the hips. Really slowly lengthen out the breath, slow down the movement. Twice more. Inhale, reach the arms up overhead. Exhale, bring the hands back down. Inhale, bring the arms up overhead. This time, keep them up over your head and extend your legs straight. Good. Inhale, full body stretch. Move in whatever way feels good. Opening right side, left side. One more time each side, or stretch both sides evenly. Good. Then bring everything back into the middle. Bend your knees, feet plant onto the floor. When you exhale, bring the hands again back down by your hips, palms facing towards each other. Good. You're going to add on to that movement by bringing the lower body into a bridge pose shape and extending the arms again up overhead just like you've been doing. And we'll do that 3 times. Ground through your feet, all 10 toes point forward. Feet and knees are hip distance apart. Heels are a little bit away from your sit bones. They should be ankles underneath knees. When you inhale next, push into the feet, lift hips up, bring arms up overhead. Sync that movement and breath. Exhale, slowly lower arms, slowly lower hips. Engage inner thighs. Inhale, lift up, bridge pose, reach through the fingers. Exhale, lower your hips, lower your arms. And if this is bothersome to your shoulders, you don't have to do the arms. One more time, inhale, lift up into bridge. Stay in your bridge pose, exhale. Inhale, squeeze your glutes. Breathe out. Inhale, reach your knees toward your toes. Next exhalation, everything lowers back down. Hips will be the last to touch down. Good. Nice. Pause here. Simply breathing. Allowing that dynamic movement to resonate. And now roll onto your right side if your eyes are closed, open them. And make your way into a tabletop position. Spread through your fingers. Knees under hips. Move through cat and cow with the breath. On the inhale, tailbone lift, head lifts. The exhale, round down. Relax the neck. Inhale, extension through your spine. Head is last to lift. Exhale, roll down. Push into the hands, good. One more time, inhale, lift. Exhale, round. Now come into a neutral spine. Check the placement of the hands, spread through the fingers. You can tuck the toes behind you for more support. Now inhale, extend your right leg back behind you. Lift it up and cross it over the left ankle so the toes touch down. Spread through the fingers. Inhale, a C-curve stretch. You're going to look over your left shoulder. Hold here. Feel the stretch in the ribs, the waist, maybe into the neck. Breathe into the side body. Good. Next inhale, bring your head and your shoulders back. Bring your right leg to be back behind you, behind the right hip on the floor on the mat. And exhale, push the heel towards the floor for a bit of a calf stretch. Don't let your head drop down. Try to line the ears up in line with the shoulders. One more inhale. Exhale, lower right knee down to meet left knee. Then extend your left leg back behind you. Cross it over the body, over the back right leg, and put the toes down. Good. Spread through the fingers. When you inhale, look over your right shoulder for a C-curve stretch. Feel grounded through the hands. Inhale deeply. Exhale slowly. Good. This inhale, bring the left leg back. Place the toes back behind you, behind the left hip. And then apply some pressure into the left heel until you feel a stretch in the calf. Breathe deeply. You can close your eyes here to focus on the stretch. Ears in line with shoulders, if not slightly higher, instead of letting the neck drop down. Last inhale. Exhale, lower left knee down to meet right knee. And open knees up wide now for child's pose. Big toes together. Sink your hips back. Walk your hands forward. Allow your forehead to drop down towards the floor. It may not touch the floor. If you're at home and you have a block or something, you can place here to support it. If you don't have a yoga block or anything near you, you can simply make two fists with your hands and place the forehead down onto your hands. Breathe deeply. Know that this is a pose that you can come back to at any time. And now lift yourself back up into your table position. Knees come closer together but not touching. There's still some space between the knees. You're going to walk your hands over to the left and step your right foot forward for a low lunge. Left toes can tuck back behind you. Good. Bring your hands up onto your right thigh. Pull your shoulders up and then down your back. Feel upright through the spine, lifting up through the top of the crown of the head. Good. Hands can stay on your thighs. You can bring them onto your hips. You can inhale, lift them up in line with your ears. Breathe deeply. Whatever your arms are doing, drop your right arm down. Keep the left arm up or bring it up. Reach the right fingers down towards the floor. You're going to take a side body stretch over towards the right. Inhale with that top left hand. Reach over. Notice if that intensifies the stretch in the left psoas area. Breathe deeply. Look forward, look down, or look up. Feel expansive. Good. Next inhalation brings you back to vertical. Slide your right hand onto your hip. Reach up through your left hand. And when you exhale, twist over towards the right. Drop the left hand to the outside of the right thigh. Good. You can turn the chin, the eyes. Only if that feels good in the neck, you don't have to. You can look even towards the front of the mat if that feels better in your neck. Try to maintain that lift through the spine. Lift through the crown of the head. Long breath. Good. And then inhale, we're going to do just one more pose in this lunge position on this side. You're going to bring the hands down, face the lateral side of your mat, and turn your left toes to the back of your mat. And then come back up. So instead of facing towards the short edge of the mat, you're now facing towards the side. Good. Left hand on your hip, right hand on inner right knee. Good. Sort of like a warrior two, but you're on your left knee. If you need support under your knee, you can roll your mat or grab a blanket. But I'd like for you to push your right hand into your inner knee and your knee into your hand. See if you can find that stretch in the groin area of that right leg. Breathe deeply. Exhale. Good. One more inhale. And exhale. In whatever way you need to, make your way back onto your hands and knees and switch your legs. So now your left leg comes forward for the low lunge. Take your time getting up with the hands onto the thigh. And if the balance is an issue, you're at home, you can practice near a wall. You can bring a piece of furniture near you or move towards a piece of furniture. Inhale, pull your shoulders up. Exhale, pull your shoulders down. Hands stay on thigh. They can move to hips. You can inhale, lift them up. Breathe deeply. Focus your gaze. Bring the arms into right arm up, left hand dropping down. Palm faces over to the left side of the mat. You can tuck right toes back behind you if that helps with balance. And on the inhalation side, body stretch, left fingers reaching down towards the yoga mat or the floor. Long breath. Big stretch. Good. Inhale, come back up to vertical. Bring your right hand on your hip. Left hand on your hip? Yeah, left hand on your hip. Inhale, lift your right arm up. I have my wrong leg forward. Right hand on your hip, left hand up. Exhale, twist over towards, am I saying this all wrong? Okay. Drop the left hand down. Confusing myself, turning around, twisting. All right, so you're in your twist. Nope, you're right. Yep, twist over towards the left. I must have messed something up, but that's all right. You'll get there with me. So your left leg is forward. Your right hand is on the outside of your left knee. Good. Steady your gaze, breathe deeply. Now inhale, lift the arm up. You're going to drop the hands down slightly so you can turn your back right toes back behind you. Whole body faces towards the side of the mat. Come back up to vertical with your torso and your arms. Right hand on hip, left hand on inner left knee. With a straight left arm, push a little bit of resistance with your hand into your inner left knee, and then return that pressure and resistance, applying some pressure of the knee into the hand. Try to find that stretch. Think of warrior two. This is essentially what you're doing there. Breathe deeply. Slow exhale. Last inhalation. Good. Exhale. Spin to the front. Come back into your tabletop position. Sink back into a child's pose just for a moment. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Come out of the child's pose. Make your way into downward facing dog. Tuck the toes underneath. Spread through the fingers. Knees can be bent. It's more important that you get some extension through your spine. So keep those knees nice and bent. You can work with time to straighten the legs out. Maybe now pedaling one heel and then the other. Move with your breath. Slow and steady. Very good. Then look forward. Bring both knees up, heels up. Walk your feet to the top of the mat as far as they'll go. And then bring your hands back to meet the feet. Place your hands onto your shins for Ardha Uttanasana, feet hip distance. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold down, drape over your legs. Lift again into Ardha Uttanasana. Inhale. Bring your hands onto your hips. Exhale, stand all the way up to vertical. Good, and then drop the hands down. Stand at the top of the mat, feet underneath you. Inhale, pull shoulders up. Exhale, pull shoulders down. Twice, arms only. Inhale, lift up, look up. With your breath, exhale, pull hands down. Drop the hands, open the shoulders. Inhale, lift up, look up. Ground through your feet. Good, exhale, bring hands down. Now step your feet together so the toes touch, inner thighs touch. Drop the hands again. Inhale, lift up, look up. And then hold on to the right wrist with your left hand. Palm faces over to the left. Thumb points back behind you. Good. And then ground through your feet. Crescent moon stretch. Inhale. Guide the right hand with your left hand. Good. Look forward. You can turn and look up, or you can turn and look down. Breathe as deeply as you can. If you like, you can find a little bit more intensity by incorporating the hips over to the right. If that's a little bit too much intensity, then bring the hips back over the ankles. Next inhalation, come back up, everything vertical over the ankles. Release the hands, palms face in towards each other. Good. Hold on now to the left wrist with the right hand. Inhale. Side body stretch. Ground through both feet. Release any tension in your jaw. Settle your gaze. And maybe add that the hips moving over to the left. But really ask yourself if that feels good or if you feel like you need to do that. Next inhale, come all the way back up. Good, release the hands. Turn the thumbs forward, exhale, bring the hands down. Step the feet apart slightly, shoulders down the back. And for a moment, close your eyes. Feel the body. Open your eyes. Turn to face the left. Sideways on your mat. Step your feet out wide for warrior two. You can place your hands on your hips. Look down at your feet. Turn your right toes to face towards the top of the mat. Good. And then bend into your right knee. So we're now in the phase of the class where we're working with the standing poses, building strength in the legs. Shoulders right over hips. Inhale, lift arms up, palms down. Turn to gaze over your right finger. Breathe deeply. Feel strong in this pose. Ground through both feet. And power through both legs. There's a lot of focus on this front right leg, but push down into the back left leg as well. Next time you inhale, straighten right leg, drop arms. Exhale, turn right toes to the long edge of your mat. Inhale, turn left toes to the back. With the other side, and bend into your left knee, Virabhadrasana 2, second side. Lift the arms up when you're ready. Find your gaze. Breathe deeply. Make your breath as slow and steady as it was at the beginning of the class when you were resting on your back. Good. Inhale, straighten left leg, drop your arms. Turn your toes to the side, all 10 toes face long edge. And then return again to warrior two with the right foot facing towards the top. Bend into the knees, lift the arms up. And now for 5 times, we'll move dynamically. On the inhale, straighten right leg, arms lift, palms face each other. Exhale, drop down, warrior two. Inhale, lift. Exhale, drop. Move with your breath for 3, inhale. Exhale. Good for 2. Drop. Last one, inhale, lift. Exhale, warrior two. Good. Inhale, straighten right leg, turn your toes to the side. Reposition so your left leg is now bent in the warrior two position. Inhale, lift your arms up. Exhale, ground through both feet. 5 times, dynamic movement. Inhale, straighten left leg, arms lift. Good. Exhale, palms face down, bend left knee. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Move with your breath. 3 more. Inhale, lift. Exhale, sink. Slow and steady. 2 more. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Last one. Inhale, straighten your left leg. Exhale, warrior two. Drop your arms. Inhale, straighten your left leg, turn your toes. Toe heel, or hop the feet together, or take a couple steps. Turn to face the long edge of your mat. Shoulders down your back, feet grounded into the yoga mat. Twice again, arms only. Inhale, lift up, look up. Exhale, bring your hands to heart center. One more time. Inhale, lift up and look up. Exhale, bring your hands down. Turn again towards the left edge of your mat. Step your feet out again. And we'll start in warrior two shape. So turn your right toes towards the front. Bend your right knee. Keep your hands down this time because we're transitioning now into triangle pose, Trikonasana. Bring your left foot in slightly. Turn your left toes up to an angle. Left hand on your hip. Extend your right arm out. When you inhale, reach with the right hand. Straighten through the right leg, but don't lock this knee. And then once you have as much extension through the side body as you can, place the hand down. If it's landing right on that kneecap, then bring it in or out. Focusing more on keeping length in the right ribs, right waistline, and less on reaching down for that ankle. Gaze can be down, gaze can be forward, or gaze can turn up towards the ceiling or the sky. Lift that left hand up if that feels good to you. Breathe deeply. Good. If you're looking up, look down at your right foot. Inhale, come up with the torso, lifting away from the right leg, and switch the feet out so now your left toes are facing back behind you. Bend your left knee. Position your right foot so the toes, the knee, and the hip are all sort of internally rotating. Right hand on your hip. Left hand extends out, palm faces down. Inhale, reach with the left hand as much as you can. Push down through that left foot, left leg straightens. And then once you have as much extension as you can through the legs and the side body, then release the left hand down. Don't put any weight in your left hand or your lower hand. Instead, think of pushing away from wherever that hand and fingers have contact so you can create more space in the left ribs, left waistline. If you haven't already, add that top arm up. Only if it feels good. If it bothers your shoulder, keep hand on hip. Breathe deeply. Feel strong. Feel steady. Feel grounded. Look down at your left foot. Inhale, come up. Drop the arms, turn the left toes. And again, make your way through kind of a warrior two into triangle with that right foot forward again. Left hand on hip, right hand up. Inhale, reach, extend, and then lower right hand down. Ground through the feet, engage through both legs. Lift left arm up if it feels good. And then we're gonna pulse 5 times. So if you're gripping with that hand on the bottom, release it. As if someone's holding your left wrist or hand. Inhale, come up. Exhale, hinge. Inhale up 5 times. Exhale, hinge. Inhale 3. Exhale, down. 4. Down. 5th time, stay and hold. For 3. For 2. For 1. Push into the feet, come up with the torso. Drop the arms, good work. Turn the right toes. Switch now to the left side. Right hand on hip. So here is where we're building that strength with these dynamic movements. Left arm up. Inhale, reach the left hand forward. Straighten your left leg. Settle into your Trikonasana triangle pose. Take your time. Add that right arm up. And again, if it's bothersome on the shoulder, don't worry about the arm lifting up. Keep the hand on the hip. And you can do the pulses with the hand on the hip. Release the hold of the left hand 5 times. And with balance, it might help to look down. Inhale, lift your torso away. Exhale, reach down with the hands. Inhale, the movement's not coming from the arm at all. It's all in the core. Exhale, down. Legs stay the same. Inhale, 3. Exhale, lower, length through your spine. Inhale, 4. It's harder to do it slower. Exhale, down. Last time, 5, stay and hold. Inhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Next inhalation, push on those feet, come up, good. Drop the arms, turn all 10 toes. Toe heel, hop or step, bringing the feet together. Turn to face the short edge of your mat. Roll your shoulders down your back. Stand tall, close your eyes, breathe. Allowing the effects of those poses to sink in. Good, then reopen your eyes. Feet underneath you, inhale, lift your arms up, look up. Bow down, exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, step back to downward facing dog. Take a breath here, inhale. Exhale, lower onto your knees. Bring your feet, your legs forward. For 1 seated forward fold, legs out in front of you. Flex through your ankles, toes point up. Inhale, bring your arms up. Exhale, reach forward, Paschimottanasana. Hands land wherever they land. You could be in this very upright position, or you could be holding your feet. Doesn't matter where you are, as long as you're honoring and listening to your body's abilities today. Close your eyes if you'd wish. Breathe deeply. Inhale, come up with the arms, back up to vertical. Exhale, drop the arms down and make your way onto your back for resting pose Shavasana. You can keep your knees up in the air if your low back is bothersome, or outstretch the legs straight, toes fall out in either direction. Take your time to settle in. Close your eyes or keep them very gently open. Release the control of the breath. If you're practicing at home and you have more time to give yourself to stay in your resting pose, then please pause the video, return to Shavasana, And stay for as long as you can. But if you're practicing with us with the 30-minute limitation, then it's time to take a deep inhalation. Exhale, sigh through the mouth. Inhale, wiggle your fingers and your toes, roll your ankles and your wrists. Bend your knees up towards the ceiling. Slowly roll onto your right side. Transition into your seated position. Turn to face the top of the mat or your screen. Cross your ankles, shoulders down your back, eyes stay closed if you're comfortable with that. With your straight spine, inhale, bring your hands up to heart center. Exhale, bow your head down towards your hands. The light in me honors and recognizes the light in you. Thank you so much for practicing with me and with us today. Namaste. Thanks, guys.